Hey, yo, what's going on, people? How you doing? Welcome to the Brighter Side Live. I'm Ed Larson. That's Holden McNeely.
There it is. Hell yeah, Ed. Fantastic intro.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I always forget that I'm technically kind of a guest on your show right now.
But
So I'm always like, what's up, everybody? It's the H-Boy
But
coming
we're on
in.
your network.
Exactly.
And so,
it's a shared split thing. But a lot of times I'll start introducing your podcast, and I'm like, oh, maybe Ed should handle it.
Well,
so I'm really glad that you handled it this
no
time
problem.
very well.
It's a cynic's look at optimism. We're sorry Amber Nelson can't be here.
Ever. When do I get to do it with Amber? When do we get Amber up in this fucking piece?
I don't know. It's kind of interesting. She's never done it. She popped in the chat one time.
Is she afraid of like human interaction?
No,
like the rest of us are on this planet.
No, I just do this when I'm out of town.
That's the thing. This is just a good way to get an ep in the can
Yeah.
while you're away from LA, and at the same time, it is always fun to interact with the people, to come to the people and say, hey.
The humans.
We talk about these universal issues, or you do rather, on the brighter side, but sometimes it's good to get a little micro and talk about people's individual gripes and grunts and grumbles.
Yeah, the goo goo gagas.
So if you
What do you got going on? What's your bullshit? We had a good week. John got married.
I'll tell you what.
We hung out at the wedding.
I'd say my my one that I'm coming up with like right off the spot right now is really just an issue of fatigue.
Yeah.
Oh, fatigued, my friend.
You went hard this weekend.
Yes. Well, 2 weeks in a row. I mean, the weekend of John's wedding was like the opening scene of Deer Hunter, but for 4 straight days.
Yeah. It was wild, man. Well, the opening scene of Deer Hunter does take like 4 straight days.
It does take kind of 4 straight days. I need to rewatch that movie. I've been thinking about it a lot lately.
It's an hour and a half wedding.
Yeah.
And then an hour of nom, and then an hour of just Russian roulette.
And I remember like the wedding almost made me like more upset than the other stuff in it, which was arguably far worse. But there was something about the wedding that was just very disturbing to me when I first saw it. So I kind of want to go back and rewatch it.
Yeah.
Now that I'm a little bit older and have been hammered at weddings.
Yes.
Many a time. Now I'll probably be like, oh yeah, it's a normal wedding.
Well, they're Polacks.
They're Polacks, right?
Yeah.
And they go hard in the paint.
Not just Polacks, forest Polacks.
Yes.
And that's like a different kind of like.
A whole different deal. They seem to have an endurance that would frighten even the largest of mountains.
Robert De Niro. He's going to be on the Alec Baldwin roast.
Oh, very cool. I didn't even know the Alec Baldwin roast was a thing that was happening.
I start working on it today after this.
Baldwin jokes, huh? Anybody got any good Baldwin jokes?
Yeah, if you got any Baldwin jokes, I would love to take them and not give you credit.
Speaking of taking things and not giving you any credit, if you also have your own issues, gripes, grumbles that you want to put in the chat, and we will find the brighter side of it. That's the format of this live stream.
Yeah.
So let us know in chat what you have to gripe about. So for me, it's fatigue. The weekend of the wedding, and then last weekend, and this is all good stuff, but we spent the entire weekend inside of a recording studio. We're talking 12-hour days, laying down the pipes or whatever they call it. I don't know, okay?
Yeah.
I'm kind of faking it till you making it when it comes to the musician stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh, you're doing great.
I'm pretending to be a musician into recording several albums and even getting vinyl.
Yeah.
So I
bought a vinyl, by the way.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, you did.
I have a Cowmen vinyl. It's very good. You can grab it at cowmen.com.
Fantastic. Is
that true?
Yes. Cowman Bandcamp, our Bandcamp site.
Your
Just
Bandcamp
look up
site.
Cowman Bandcamp.
Man, I got some gripes. I'll tell you.
Please give me the gripes.
This has been a long couple weeks for me, man. I've just been saddled to death all year. My uncle died.
Yeah.
My uncle Eddie, the namesake, my mom's twin brother. Mm-hmm. Did I tell you about this?
No.
My mom's
yes, you
twin
did,
brother.
But retell it for them.
My mom's twin brother died 3 years to the day of my mother. That's so crazy to me.
That's wild.
And he overheated. The heat wave killed him.
Did they have a good relationship?
Not really. He was kind of, he couldn't really see or hear, and he had a slow mentality. We never really talked that much, to be honest with you.
Right.
Or had like a really solid relationship. But it's just crazy that they're twins, and in 3 years to the day, man. It's fucking, it's bizarre. And then, are you ready for this kicker?
What?
All right, so 2 days after he passed away, my Aunt Patty, she's like the matriarch of the family. She's in charge of everybody. And 2 days after he passed away, she gets a phone call from my mother. Like, straight up looks down at her phone. It's like, Kathy Larson's calling me. And so like, and then she picked it up, and it was the funeral home telling her to pick up the ashes.
Whoa, weird.
She even showed me a screenshot. It was like incoming call, Kathy Larson.
What?
Yeah,
That's
it was
so
like
weird.
some like bizarre glitch that's probably brought on by like people listening to us while we talk. You know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
and your
totally.
phone's in your pocket.
Yikes.
Because you probably mentioned her name and shit. And then yeah, so I dealt with all that shit. I filled out a bunch of paperwork and dealt with my uncle, and because like he had my mom listed as like one of his a member of his estate, which there is no estate. I mean, he's just like an old poor man. And then but I still had to like go claim nothing for some reason. And then my fucking dad, dude. My dad came so close to dying. He went to the hospital in the middle of John's wedding. I don't know if I told you, but I kept running outside and like talking and checking.
No,
in on
I
him
don't
and
think I
shit.
knew about that. I knew
whole-
about everything you've said up till now. I did
Yeah.
not know about that. That is
During the
crazy.
whole wedding, I'm like trying to figure out what's going on with my dad. What's going on with my dad? My dad like went on a trip that he wasn't ready for and he wasn't healthy. And then the fucker,
The cruise.
yeah. But then he flatlined, and they brought him back to life. He was dead for
Jesus.
3 minutes.
Wow.
How crazy
Did he
is
say
that?
anything about it? Do you remember anything?
He said he has no idea. He
Yeah.
had no idea it happened. There's nothing.
Man, that is so
He said
intense.
he said he woke up and they were like, "Yeah, you had a long night." And then he was just like, "What are you talking about?" And then they told him that he died and they brought him back to life. And he was just like, "Really? Oh, well, all right."
Wow,
But
man.
he's out of the hospital today, and he just got out. I talked to him, and he sounds perfectly healthy. So
Well, I love how I
let's
use
get
the
let's
selfish.
get some more years out of him.
I love how I use the selfish thing of just being really tired, but I'm in the same boat with you, Eddie, as well. My grandmother passed away a few months ago.
Jesus. What's going on with this year?
This is going to make you very upset.
What?
Bitsy passed away.
You told me that, and I thought it was a different Bitsy.
No, dog
Dog.
Bitsy.
Okay,
yeah.
I don't-
Dog Bitsy
you know,
passed away.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah. But
You weren't really close with Bitsy.
I like Bitsy was a sweetie. Bitsy
Yeah.
was a sweetie. I really like
Bitsy's
those
the dog
dogs.
that your parents would call you Bitsy, right?
Yeah, no, that was Ariel. Hold it. That was back when I lived. I didn't like Ariel. Ariel was the one that came before. I was not a fan of Ariel. And then they got two new dogs when Ariel passed away. Two more Cavalier King Charles Spaniels. They were a lot more spunky and fun and peppy, and so I liked them a lot. So
Yeah.
they still have Rockstar. And then on top of that, now my aunt, who I mean has been smoking up into old age, is now doing really bad and in the hospital right now.
Jesus,
With
fucking
like a lung
Christ.
cancer situation.
And then it was Kevin's birthday. That was so
yeah.
intense.
Ugh.
His
yeah.
mom called me.
That was a tough day. I pulled the frame thing out and put it over
Nice.
there, but that was a hard day.
Yeah.
His
it
mom
was-
called you?
Yeah, because like I left her my number, and like you ever thinking about want to talk, and woo, man, that was a conversation.
That's tough.
So it was just like boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, 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 while I'm on vacation.
Yeah.
Well, and so, but it's been cool. I talked to a lot of the guys and everything about, and I feel like everyone's dealing good, and everyone hung out and stuff like that.
Nice.
So,
Yeah, I didn't like go out. In fact, I sat at home and in the dark and felt very weird. That was like a weird day in general. The whole day was bizarre. Yeah. Also, speaking of dads, Blow Your Dad 56 just subscribed for 2 months. Thank you so much, Blow Your Dad.
for 2 months.
And 2 years
that
from
mean?
Momo. That means for the past 2 months, he's or she. I'm gonna guess it's a he based on the username. Sorry to assume. Is giving me $5 a month for 2 months.
Oh, really?
And Momo's been giving me $5 a month for 2 years.
That's amazing,
This
Momo.
is like crazy person.
Momo double
Thank you,
D.
Momo. Thank you so much. And also, I believe Soat resub. Thank you so much. So, chat, please give us your gripes, give us your issues, what's going on in your life that you can find, and what do we find in all of this death? I mean, I will say this, Ed. Like, I've no more in my life felt than in this moment the zest and yearning for living in the moment, for I know that came out really weird and
Well, no,
stupid,
yeah.
but I am more determined than ever to live every fucking day to its fullest.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, my one big thing, and I'm sorry if you're going through this right now, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You can break out of it. That I'm not wasting away in some office right now, wondering when I can start living my life to its fullest. I'm finally doing that, and yes, sometimes living my life to its fullest is me in my pajamas playing a video game all day, but that's fine.
That is interesting.
I will say, though, I made 2 resolutions this year that I have fully followed through with.
Really?
Go to more concerts and travel more. I've been to New Orleans, where we've been going.
You went to L.A.?
We went to L.A. We went to, of course, we did the wedding in Charlotte. We've got some more stuff planned. We're going to go to the Mountain Cottage in October. Concerts. What do we got here? We've got...
I got all kinds of shit. This was a fucking week of the cover band for me, baby.
Oh, yeah?
I saw Talking Heads cover band, which may or may not be my wedding band. I'm very excited.
Okay.
Hopefully, we'll see what happens.
So does this mean, and I don't want to blow up your spot here. Maybe we should talk about this off screen. Does this mean you're doing Jersey?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm probably going to do L.A. I imagine.
Okay.
Definitely not doing Jersey. It's either going to be Ohio or L.A.
I assume since the band you were seeing the band here, I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit, does that mean he's getting
They're
married
local.
up here?
They're local around here.
But
for
you'll
sure.
fly him out or something if they...
Yeah. They're great. Start making sense. If you ever get a chance to go see them, go
Nice.
see them.
That's a good
Yeah,
name.
and then I saw a Springsteen cover band on the water in Point Pleasant, New Jersey, which was very great. I love that. It was unbelievable. And then I saw a Grateful Dead cover band the other night.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
I did, what is it? Carly Rae Jepsen
wow.
was phenomenal. We
When
did
was
that.
that?
That was a few weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
What else do we see this year, Lexi? And then I just got tickets to Charlie XCX. That's going to be end of... I forget, but I also got Angel Olsen tickets.
I don't even know who these people are.
Angel Olsen, I need to turn you on to. You'll really like. Charlie XCX is probably my favorite, like, pop lady. Right? One of my favorite pop ladies.
Yeah.
She's fucking awesome. You also might dig her shit, but I really think I'm surprised you don't know who Angel Olsen is, because I think you'll love her. She's great. Yeah, and I think there's some other concerts. I mean, obviously, I went to New Orleans, so I saw a bunch of shows there because there's just a fucking band in every damn venue, which is amazing. So yeah. Anyways, I feel like I am staying true to my resolutions, which were very much more life experience based. Money's good, things like that are good.
Yeah.
But I will say, personally, one of the best years of my life. Except for everyone dying around me.
It did. That's the weird, because in 2016 it was celebrities dying. This year it's like people we know.
We know, and it's like rampant and it's wild, and it's so conflicting because you're like, how, like the moment things become amazing, for me career wise and things like that, and just like I feel like I'm finally like fucking living my truth or whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? I'm finally kind of like I get to pull up my dick whenever I want to because I'm in private, dude, and I can fucking do that. And I'm not at the office. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Oh, those days where you would show up at the office so hungover you could barely think, and therefore you'd be so weirdly. Do you get weirdly horny when you're super hungover?
No, I'm just sleepy. And
I do. I get weirdly.
I get mad.
Those days where all you needed to do was one clean jerk, but you're stuck in the office till 5 p.m. and you're literally thinking about taking the train home just to jerk off and then come back to the office.
Jesus Christ.
Brutal days. Those were brutal days.
Well, I'm glad you took care of it. That's crazy upsetting. I got some fun concerts coming up.
What do you got?
I'm going to see Steve Miller Band for Julie's birthday. She loves Steve Miller Band. And then I'm going to see the fucking Stones at the Rose Bowl.
That's awesome.
I got field tickets. I've never seen the Stones. They're my favorite band. So I'm so excited.
That's incredible. And you just reminded me, I did Governor's Ball this year. So I saw fucking Vince Staples, Casey Musgraves, Florence the Machine, L.M. and U.S. Girls, and yeah, that was a whole day of stuff. And we're going to go, finally, Lexi and I are returning to the place where we had our first great, amazing date. We got tickets for
Nathan's Hot Dogs.
Nathan's Hot Dogs. We will maybe be at Nathan's Hot Dogs because, we did Governor's Island and then Coney Island. We're going to that 20s afternoon at Governor's Island this year again.
To
celebrate
nice.
our 8 stupid years together.
8?
Right? 8 years, right?
Dumb as
8 years.
fuck.
Opie Lopi says, you married this man, Lexi. What do we got from chat? What are
I
your...
want to address MD Leo Spaceman.
Yeah.
He knows Start Making Sense. John and Jesse Braun. That's Julie's cousins.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, I'm marrying into Start
Marrying
Making
into
Sense.
that band. You should start
Yeah.
playing the tambo for that band.
Oh, man, I don't want to fuck them up. They're so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. They're very good.
What's this resolution we got going on here?
My one resolution this year was to be kind to my hair, no dye, bleach, etc. Anyways, I just bleached my hair blonde, so we're doing well. Fantastic.
I fucked up my resolution.
What was your resolution?
Well, I could still do it.
Stop expanding at the speed of sound.
Never. It was more. I wanted to read 12 books, and
Oh no, dude! There's still time.
there's still time.
Just short ones. Read like little choose your own adventure
I
books.
read
for
one
12-year-olds.
comic book.
Are you serious,
Yeah,
Ed?
yeah.
Ed,
That's all I've read
you
this
can read
year.
a book. Just read books. You
It's
know what
such
it
a
is?
waste of time.
Okay, this is what you need to. Well, problem is your job probably won't allow you to do this, but this is what your problem is. All that time you're staring at your stupid phone, that's when you should be reading a book.
I know, but my phone actually gives me material. A book
Right.
just like makes me dumber.
Right. Put a book on your phone. Have you ever thought
Ooh,
about
that
putting a
might
book on the
work.
phone? I used to read on my phone.
That might work.
I used to
that
read
might
a book on my. Or don't you have a tablet or something?
No, I have a computer.
Yeah, you have a. Okay, never mind.
Bye, Lexi.
Bye, Lexi.
Off to get a colonoscopy.
I didn't want to necessarily say it or not, but I guess she's open with it. One of my other gripes is
House clear.
I have to pick this one up from her colonoscopy after we're done recording. She's gonna be all drugged out and shit.
That's fun.
So yeah, enjoy. I'll see you when you have no idea who I am anymore. Have fun.
Yeah. Have fun.
God.
Oh man.
I love how
Someone's
cheerful
gonna
you
see
are right
the
now.
inside of her.
I would be like going to my. I feel like I would be like
Ed is here.
because Ed's here. Because I'd be like walking.
He's good energy.
I would be a good colonoscopy worker. You know.
Yeah. Just make him feel calm. Make him feel calm. I do feel my asshole just relaxing every time I'm around you. So yeah, that is definitely. I think
Yeah,
would be.
unclench them, fellas. Here I come. We're rocking and rolling. All right, guys, let's get some of your gripes and what's going on
Just
here.
got back from Austin and vowed to eat better. How do I cope with breaking it before 24 hours?
Just got back from Austin and
yeah.
vowed to eat. Oh, yeah, because Austin tears you up, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you broke it in 24 hours? I mean, that's okay. You know, as long as, like, 2 of your meals today are good, and you can have one shit
See, the
bag.
problem, Instant 3-Play has a major problem. Again,
Yeah.
Instant 3-Play, it lives in and around the city of New Orleans.
Oh,
okay? Where
well.
the food is so buttery and chunky, you might as well just fucking literally eat a stick of butter. I've never
Yeah.
felt bigger in my life than when I got back from New Orleans.
Yeah, New Orleans will do it to everything's sugar. All the drinks are sugar.
Yep.
And then all the cakes are so good. And then everything's fried. Yeah, and even the stuff that's like healthy, you know, is awful for you.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's all so good.
But it's so damn good. Ernie Permer's got a bit of a grumble for us, if you don't mind me saying so, my goddamn self.
All right, let's hear what the perm has to say.
I started a new job back in September. I just quit a few weeks ago.
Hell yeah, Ernie.
And went back to working for the gas station. Took a pay cut, but I guess the brighter side is having health insurance again.
Nice.
And I don't have to lift heavy-ass glass and work construction sites anymore. Hell yeah, man. I mean,
That is great. I mean, heavy ass glass is scary, but also dealing with gasoline all day is also scary.
yeah, that is kind of scary, I guess. I mean, how many explosions happen per capita for gas stations?
I think
or
it's
whatever
very
it is?
rare.
Okay.
We would hear about it more. That's a fun, you know, buzzworthy, you know, news
That's
thing
some
to
water
scare
cooler
people.
talk. Oh, another gas station blew to pieces last night. Where was it this time? I think it was Tuscaloosa. Oh, man. That's hilarious. Was anybody killed? Only 4 fatalities this time. Aren't you surprised more people aren't dying more often?
I mean,
feel
people
like
die constantly.
people are constantly dying. I get it.
There's
but
a
like,
lot of there's a
you
whole
know?
bunch of that shit going down.
What do we got? God damn, I am hungry, says Druid Elf.
Good for that, man. Oh, have you been checking out the news, my man?
Is it something to snooze
Epstein!
about? Oh, my God.
It's
What
so
is
much
happening
fun.
with that?
The government's killing people again,
Oh,
man.
my God,
This
dude.
shit rocks. We're back.
All right, You're the only one who can find a fucking brighter side of that.
It's the
is true.
60s, man.
We're back to the 60s.
We start killing everybody. You know, we're killing our officials.
Right.
This shit is getting real.
Shit is getting very real.
Before it was like, you know, maybe, you know, it's a little crazy. Everyone hates each other.
Right.
Now we're icing people, dude.
100%. Back to the swinging 60s. I feel like Austin Powers when I'm watching people suicide themselves in jail.
Oh, yeah. That dude had so much information.
Oh, my God. So much, man.
He really could have brought down, like, Skull and Bones and all that crazy
Dude,
shit.
you want to know what one of my favorite things I heard recently, not to, like, go off to the side, but it's mainly just because everyone knows that Bill Clinton is definitely involved in the information.
Oh,
that he knows.
absolutely.
Do you know what the next American Crime Story is going to be?
No, is it Clinton?
Clinton Lewinsky, and you know who the fucking producer on it is?
Who?
Lewinsky.
Whoa!
Finally, she gets to fucking turn the tables and take back being the butt of a blowjob joke for the past fucking 30 years.
It is
and
like the
fry
worst way to
his
get
ass.
famous. Yeah.
Fry his ass,
Man,
dude.
he's
I'm
gonna get
so
it.
excited about that.
I mean, there was that one, the Clinton thing. He was on one of Epstein's planes, and the other people on the plane were Kevin Spacey and Chris Tucker.
Oh, my God.
And they were headed to the Caribbean. Dude.
Of course.
Yeah.
He's so dirty, dude.
Yeah, dude. It's fucking this whole. You know what? Take his fucking ass down. I ain't trying to hide behind Bill Clinton.
No, me
if
neither.
He did this shit.
Okay,
fucking
yeah, who
take
gives
his
a
ass
shit? Oh, what? You know,
out.
he can play a saxophone. Who gives a fucking flying fuck?
He is really charming.
He is very charming. Reagan said the N-word, or like talked about black people badly, all right? People fucking need to, you know what I mean?
Reagan, I mean, come on. Reagan, of course he said.
Yeah, of course he did. And everyone tries to like make these people put these people on a pedestal. And it's
Yeah.
like, I get it that maybe you like them for certain aspects, but that doesn't make him not a racist piece of shit. And it doesn't make
He started
Clinton,
the war on drugs,
And that doesn't
which
make-
essentially is just made to kill black people.
Just awful.
Like-
and then and yet everybody reveres him as the fucking second coming. Same with Clinton. And it's just like, dude, I get it, you know, like great stuff there, but he was disgusting.
yeah.
He was disgusting.
No, we all know he was fucking gross, and that's what he did. Oh, but he did get Fleetwood Mac back together.
Ah,
So
that's
I
true.
will give him. I mean, I love Fleetwood Mac.
Because if anybody understands a bunch of people fucking each other inappropriately, it's Clinton, so he could really get in there and like revive them.
Yeah.
Below Your Dad 56 says, I've missed the streams for the past 3 weeks because I've been working 7 days a week. What's
Fuck
the brighter
yeah.
side of not having time to do what you enjoy?
It's making the money to do what you get in the
Dude,
time to
make
get what you
that
enjoy.
fucking paper, dude. I worked, like I said, you're gonna hear me say it over and over again because I'm such a lightweight that it just crushed me. But working all weekend in the studio, knowing I had that guilt-free Monday off, so I got a bunch of work done while I was in the studio too. I did all this shit that I would normally
Yeah.
do on a Monday, on Saturday and Sunday. I got home, I felt great. I earned that cheddar. I fucking laid down and did not shit. Now you go do not shit though. Below Your Dad, you also need a break. Okay, the brighter side, there's got to be a break day. Give yourself a break and don't feel bad if you don't do anything. Lexi has this problem. She gets a day off. She works all day. I'm like,
Yeah.
Lexi,
No.
fucking chill. Just chill. Stop it. Your stress level is gonna make your fucking hair fall out. Like, you know what I mean?
I'm about to go into crazy town.
Yeah.
Until like September 7th is the roast. I'm gonna work every day till then, and it's just all day, all night. It's gonna be wild. It's fun. It's excited. We get full roast mode.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be intense. Oh man, you know who they signed on to do the roast?
Who?
Caitlyn Jenner.
Really?
Yeah, Caitlyn Jenner's gonna do it. It's gonna be
Interesting. Do you
very
think that'll be?
interesting.
Do you think that? Oh, I guess you have to say that'll be good, right?
Of course it'll be good. You kidding me?
I know. I don't. You know. I mean, I'm just saying. Like, you
It's
know,
gonna
can they
be
deliver?
unbelievable. Holy shit! She's a car murderer.
Yes, that is true.
That's what I'm gonna go after. I think.
Just
I think
the
that's
car
gonna
thing?
I'm gonna go after the car thing hard. I'm gonna write about 50 car jokes, and they'll take one, and
Right.
hopefully that'll hit. Man, but it's gonna be fucking fun. Oh, we got a brighter side of the Epstein case here.
The Epstein case is not going to be closed, says Little Red Ryan Hood.
Yes.
The charges included a conspiracy charge, so they will continue to investigate to figure out who else was involved. Also, he had like $500 million that his victims can all get some. That's good.
But we
That's
don't
good.
even know who the fuck his victims are. We know a little bit of it. I mean, it's all together, dude. It's all. I mean, like, He stole children, and what is the government doing right now? They're stealing children from their families.
Yeah.
It's all connected. Like it's all together. It's insane. It's the easiest time to get children, and so I mean, they're going to do what they can to help us victims. We don't know who they are. We don't know what fucking massage parlor they're in, or like it's just going to be. Hopefully
this will shed a lot of fucking light on some bullshit.
It needs to, but we'll see what happens.
So to ask, what's the brighter side of having to work part-time and losing all of your benefits? I have an immediate answer for you. So working part-time means you have that much more time to look for a better job that has benefits. If you worked full-time with no benefits, you'd be exhausted all the time. It's way harder to motivate. But if you're working part-time, you're making maybe just enough money to squeeze by and use that brokenness and that fear of injuring yourself or having health issues to drive you, push you forward into getting something better. I think that always what's great about having a job you hate is if you had a job I keep seeing this with people. If you have a job that you kind of hate, but you're just comfortable enough that it'll just keep you there, that's way worse than having a job that you fucking despise.
Yeah.
So if you have a job you fucking despise.
You had a job you despise.
Yes. So every second of every day, I started to only think about how to get out of it. That's all I thought about all day. Didn't think about anything else. How do I get out? How do I get out? How do I get out? And that is exactly how I got out. But I see a ton of people who are like half miserable in their jobs, but they're just not shitty enough. They get to work from home. They get, you know what I mean? It's like slightly creative, just enough to make you not want to blow your brains out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so they stay and they stay and they stay and they stay and they stay. What'd you do before you fucking got out of your bullshit, Ed?
My job. I mean, I went out middle fingers ablazing,
Yes.
dude. I had
You
this
were
awful
sweating
job at
your-
IAC.
Oh God, I forgot. I was thinking cheesesteak, which was maybe.
I like that place,
but still, that was
it was a hard job for no money.
It's a hard job,
stinky job,
stinky,
but
hot.
the owners were very cool.
But the owners were super cool. And those
I still
cheesesteaks-
talk to them.
And those cheesesteaks were fucking.
9 Miles of Philly, R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Village Poorhouse, R.I.P.
Those poorhouse. Well, I mean,
I know, but it was that place was great.
that place is great. We had some great times
We
in
had some
both of
great-
those
yeah.
spots, dude.
But IAC, when that
But
was working
IAC.
for that fucking umbrella company,
Yeah.
that was like Match.com, Home Shopping Network, Ticketmaster, College Humor, all that shit. And I'm working in the mailroom, restacking everyone's free snacks. And I got one of those piece of shit dudes who's like, he's like one of those like really fancy men that's covered in tattoos and has like, he has like one of those dudes.
Yeah.
And he was fucking awful. I didn't work for College Humor. I worked for their company, and I delivered College Humor their mail.
Which is even better, right? That
Yeah.
just gotta love that, right? Just being slightly next to the thing that you kind of want to do. Even
I
though,
didn't want to do College
Yeah,
Humor.
you didn't want to do
We
College
did a couple things for them, but it wasn't
fun.
That wasn't me. It was we were dirty punk rock people. We weren't really.
We didn't want to make money in entertainment.
I
That'd
know.
be crazy.
We
to do.
definitely could have bent our laurels a little bit.
Oh my god, dude! I think I could map out everything we did, but it would be extreme changes if we were
Yeah.
to do it differently.
Oh, yeah.
I would be unfortunately, I would have to be we have to be two groups, or we have to cut half the people in this group.
I mean,
because we're never gonna make any money with fucking 10
That's-
people in a sketch comedy group. You know what I mean?
Or just not be pricks all the time.
Or just not be pricks all the time, not yell at everybody. Well, but I'm just talking about a basic physical purpose, not infighting or anything like that.
Well,
Literally,
the
it's
state
just
figured it out.
The one group figured it out.
Yeah.
Every other comedy team that got a show, which is very rare, is 4 or 5 people.
Yeah, but
You know
at
what I
the
mean?
same time, I love working with all the people. I feel like
That was the reason. That's why we couldn't ever make that call. No one could make that call. Who's gonna come and be like, we have to cut the group in half, and it's got to be you 4 people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that would have just ended all of our friendships.
Complete nightmare.
Yeah,
Complete
yeah,
nightmare.
But IAC, work in the mailroom, and I remember that guy, he was such a piece of shit. His name was Christian, and he would make, one day he's just like, I don't want anyone's lunches in these fridges anymore. So if you see him in there, just throw him out. And I was like, well, how about I bring him to the fridge on 9 where everyone's supposed to keep their lunches? He's like, no, throw him out. And so I'm like, I'm not throwing out people's lunches and shit and their Tupperware and like all that shit. That's crazy. So I brought him up to 9, and then he's like, you didn't throw him out. You brought him up to 9. I was like, yeah, it's crazy to throw him out. He's like, tomorrow I want you to throw him out. I'm like, all right, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to throw him out, and I'm going to tell everyone Christian made me do it, and I didn't want to do it, and he made me do it, and then I did it, and everyone got mad, and I'm like, Christian made me do it. And then
I never heard this story.
Yeah, and I'm like, Christian made me do it, and then so you go talk to him. I didn't want to do it, and he made me do it, and then they all wrote emails to him, and he comes up to me later, and he's like, so I heard you told everyone that I made you throw out the lunches, and I was like, yeah, because you did, and then he's like, good job. Let's get more of that going tomorrow. And I was like, that's it. I'm leaving. I quit this fucking job. He was like proud of me for making everyone. He used to throw people's plants away. Like he's like, this isn't a regulated plant. And he made me throw it in the trash. Shit like that. Like it was awful. So I took his ass out on my way out. And I got him written up for being a piece of garbage, which felt really good.
Good. That's ridiculous. Like, do you think he did that because he just was not aware and just a fucking moron?
No, he was just an asshole who liked organization and having power over people. And that's all it was. That's all it was.
Right?
Dude.
And it's just a weird domination thing. You get so many weirdos like that in the office, and that's the whole thing. I don't want to tell anyone else what to do. I don't want to be told what to do.
Arbitrary rules piss me off.
Oh, so much.
So much. It's like, because none of it makes it a better company.
Because I feel like
me throwing out people's lunches does not make the company run smoother.
Right.
Like,
at all.
Like,
at all. Like, think of it like that. And in fact, it just makes everybody fucking hate you and not want to be there and attempt to find a better place to work. Yeah. Right? That stuff makes me crazy. Like, what were you going to say?
I was saying that was right before the Super Bowl. And then I went and got drunk on the Super Bowl, and I woke up real late.
I love these stories. These are my favorite kinds of stories.
I woke up real late, and I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm all frantic. I'm running around. I'm like, I'm going to lose my job. And then I'm halfway to work. I'm running so late. I'm listening to Graham Parsons. And then I'm like, you know what? I never want to feel like this again. I'm going to go quit. And I just went in, middle fingers up. I quit. I told HR why I'm quitting and why that guy's a piece of shit. His ass got written up. HR gave me a month free pay.
Nice.
Told me not to come back tomorrow. I gave my 2 weeks. They're like, don't worry about it. Here's a month pay. Don't come back.
That's amazing.
Like, we get it. And then I got my I checked out my 401k, which is probably a bad move. But I got to I took like a couple weeks off of work, and then I went back to cooking, and I loved it. And I started running shows at my fucking cook venue. I started doing all this crazy shit. And it really just opened me up to do exactly what I wanted to do. And then I became a fucking chef. Ended up getting paid more to do a job I love than this fucking mailroom job with pieces of garbage.
Everyone who feels like they're stuck in a rut in their job, just know, unfortunately, it does take this risk and it does take this leap of faith moment, but you must take that jump. You have to do it. Do it smartly. I'm not saying just fucking quit your job arbitrarily tomorrow and like be completely, fucked. Like, think about it, save up a little money maybe, but you got to make that jump. You have to give yourself a deadline. You have to give yourself a due date and just fucking get out. And you'll most likely end up in a better situation if you're smart and work really hard and don't just fuck off and go home and just like sleep all day and you know what I'm saying. So, but hell yeah. All right. I'm done with my first exam, and now I can listen to the happiest podcast out there. Hell yeah, Gentleman Pierce.
Momo, rock and roll, congrats.
Oh, Momo asked who we're roasting. It's Alec Baldwin, right?
Yeah, Alec Baldwin, and then Sean Hayes is the roast master from Will and Grace.
Oh, you should get Trump.
Oh my God! I mean, they did it. That was the first thing. That was the first roast I ever did any work on.
Well, I'm just saying, Baldwin classically has been imitating him for years and years.
I mean, they're oddly kind of the same person.
Yeah, just on the other side of the spectrum. Like if Baldwin was president, it would be like its own version of the same nightmare.
Yeah.
And him dying certainly is going to encourage more people to come out for sure. Talking about Epstein. The job for some stream at work.
Epstein dying. If I can go one more time into this thing, and then we'll
put
it to bed.
You can talk about it as much as you want. It's definitely the most interesting thing happening right now. So
this dude, he fucking knew what was up. He was in like the political mafia.
Yeah.
Like when he started taking the job of running kids, he knew one day he was either going to get murdered, go to prison or have to kill himself.
Right.
And then they came up to him and be like, today's the day, Jeff. You're fucking offing yourself or we're going to kill you. He knew what was coming to him.
He was probably happy as a clam when he got the rope or whatever the fuck it was that he did. I don't even know how he did it.
He tried to kill himself a month ago.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, it's one of those things where it's just like, the dude fucking knew it was coming. It's when you play with that shit, you fucking go down hard.
Yeah.
Eventually. And he, like, not to, like, say he's, he had a good run.
I was about to say, talk about living every day like it's your last. I mean, he really is. The advice that I was trying to give at the beginning of the episode was horribly taken in this context.
Yeah.
But he definitely went for it. He shot for the moon. He definitely didn't allow himself to get stuck in any ruts. We just let it fly.
110% in one direction.
Yeah,
just living, taken. And Liam Neeson showed up to his fucking his cell, and he's like, Jeffrey, you're gonna have to end it today. You have a particular set of skills.
Yeah,
One
exactly.
of them's tying your underwear around your neck.
Yeah, hell yeah. I bet he was high-fiving himself to the fucking moon in that scenario.
Oh my god.
What is the brighter side of writing 3 university exams in one day? As gentlemen
from
first.
writing
Woo!
3 university exams?
Damn, dude.
I don't understand. I didn't go to
You're
college.
at college.
Can you explain this?
An exam, it sounds just like a nightmare. It's 3 giant tests, and it looks like he's saying writing university exams. So I'm wondering if that's like essay type exams.
Or maybe he makes the exams?
Yeah, either way.
Are
you a teacher?
Yeah.
Well, explain more, but that the
Sounds
brighter
like you
side
got all
is
your work done.
The brighter side is you're bettering yourself for the future. Hopefully, even though the college system is kind of a sham at this point, you can kind of really just break out and pull an ed and make more money than me and not go to college.
Smoke a bone, baby.
There you go.
But get your work done.
But for a lot of other jobs that aren't being a professional clown, you need degrees for that actually make a difference in your ability to do that after you get out of college. So.
No, I got lucky.
Yeah. Thank you, Lunaside, for the sub. Damn, it has been a while, man. Mm-hmm. Epstein being dead also means there's no one to contest any evidence they pull out of his homes. Also, hello, everyone. Hell yeah.
Let's hope. They're going to find some shit for sure. I imagine it's not in the homes. It's probably in a safe deposit box at Fort Knox. This is so tied into the fucking crazy ass shit. I mean, if he's been like selling kids to Democrats and Republicans, this could really help change everything if it's handled correctly. And I really think this is going to end up being good for all of us.
Me talking about the day job stuff definitely made Momo feel like she's being called out like that on a Tuesday. Apologies for that. Also, Tommy said, what? Feels personally attacked? Working from home at a marginally creative job? Absolutely. Hey, if you're loving life, live it, baby. I
got the Philadelphia fever.
Hell yeah. Caught the lizard boy himself with it. Bonus Ed Larson, says Beard Bad Wolf. I guess my luck's turning around. That's the brighter side. What would a Murderfist TV show even be like? Would it be on Netflix? We always wanted it to be on HBO, obviously, starting out. Now everything's changed, though, so I would, any of the streaming networks would be fine.
When we were pitching it, Netflix didn't even exist.
Yeah, Netflix literally did not exist.
They were still sending DVDs.
Yeah, they did exist, but their service was mailing DVDs to your home, and Ed and I loved it back in the day.
Man, that's great. Well, let's do this.
The brighter side of me being on acid when I first decided to listen to Holden Talks for 30 minutes is that I now am pretty sure that you are a secret genius. Thank you.
I don't know about a secret genius.
See, and kids, this is why you shouldn't, trust and do drugs, all right? Because it makes professional assholes sound like geniuses. You know what I mean?
Can we get 2 minutes of Holden Talks for 30 minutes?
Oh God, I don't even at this time.
Take a moment and think about it, and then we'll get back into it.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Maybe that's how we can end the show.
That's how we'll end it up.
2 minutes of Holden Talks for 30 minutes.
Just wanted to say that both of your hairlines are hanging in there, and keep up the good work. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. I'm feeling pretty fine with that.
I'm very surprised.
Really? Does it run in your family?
I have baldness in my family, and I imagine one day it's just going to all be... I'm going to wake up and it's all going to be gone. But that's also why I have long hair. It's just so, like, when it's all gone, I can be like, hey, look at that hair, huh?
Yeah.
I love having a lot of hair, but at the same time, if you're bald, I'd just rock it. I think. I don't think I would let it beat me up too much.
I would,
Like I said, like Jeffrey Epstein, I had a good run.
Yeah, easier to say when it's not happening to you, but I'm pretty sure I wouldn't really It wouldn't be a big deal to me if I started losing my hair. But I don't know that I will because I feel like I don't have that much baldness.
You're just
in
going
my
to go
family.
white, I think.
Yeah, which I'm all about. I love
Yeah.
because I already love the gray in my beard. I think it's great.
Yeah, you're going to go Steve Martin white.
Shreddy Roosevelt says, I got my boss fired for stealing nudes off of people's phones at the
Fuck
Verizon
yeah.
kiosk
Good
in the
for
mall.
you.
Felt great. Hell yeah, dude. I people fucking went to prison for that as well.
Man, that's
I feel like
amazing.
That's got to be a federal crime, right?
I mean, he got away with it as far as crime goes, I'm sure. But
Wow,
it's-
Shreddy Roosevelt recorded him telling him it was a perk of the job.
Whoa! You know what? I love that shit. Thank you for doing that. These fuckers have been. We all let it go. You, me, everyone watching. You know, it's like we let these people get away with this like fucking horrible sexist bullshit for way too long, and it's finally all coming to a head, and it's great because I'm sick of it. I'm done because people. I mean, I've talked about this a million times on this show. People just assume I'm a monster.
Right.
And they just like start telling me crimes.
Right.
You know, like it's just like, no, you're a fucking piece of shit. I want nothing to do with you. You know, so then they get offended. You know, so it's just like I'm glad this is all fucking stopping finally.
Right.
And thank you for doing that. And if you guys see people doing shit and you're not gonna get your ass kicked, fucking stop them. Otherwise, it's going to keep doing it forever and ever and ever and ever. And that's not. If we're going to progress as a society, we need to cut that shit out. You see, I saw a video of someone stopping someone from taking an upskirt photo and shit the other day.
Sure, yeah, you got
know,
to.
like all that shit. Shame these motherfuckers, man. And then they let them get their ass handed to them by the public. I'm fucking sick of it.
Tony the Hedge says, brighter side of being a Falcons fan and having to sit through Super Bowl 51.
Well, I mean, what are you gonna do, buddy? I mean, you guys you guys did good.
Have they won before?
They were no, the Falcons have never won.
Okay.
I don't think they've won. No, they didn't won, but they looked like they were gonna win, and then they just ended up losing to the Patriots. I mean, I hate the Patriots, and I really wish the Falcons won that, but it is nice to watch them, you know, in an exciting game and watch them get their ass kicked like that. Sorry, I'm a Dolphins fan, so I have no sympathy for you.
There you go. Yeah, fucking whatever. Dude, if you watched that documentary about the doping scandal in Miami with A-Rod, it's on Netflix.
No,
It's by the guy who did Cocaine Cowboys.
I love Cocaine Cowboys.
And,
That guy loves Miami.
One
I
of
really
he's
appreciate
like a
that.
Miami dude, and one of my favorite things. It's this crazy story. It's one of those like nutty stories or whatever
Yeah.
of like just ridiculousness of crazy characters and stuff. All of the reenactments he did because there are different reenactments in the show, in the movie are with little kids, like children.
Oh my god!
Instead of adults, so they're all like dressed like the adults.
That's
and
so
stuff.
much fun.
And when like. And they're just mouthing the words of what the people are saying, like in interviews or whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's so amazing.
The
It's-
doping shit is fucked up, but it really doesn't piss me off that much, to be
No,
honest with you.
not at all.
It doesn't really bother me.
If-
I mean, they
if-
were just trying to become better baseball players.
If it was completely legal, I would have no issue with it.
yeah,
I would have zero issue with it.
I mean,
I don't have an issue with it being it. Other than just like you're not supposed to do it, and you're doing it, and it just kind of bums like people out. And you know, if
Yeah.
you get caught and a bunch of people look up to you, you know what I mean? That's the bummer. That's where the bummer happens.
Yeah.
But I just wish it was legal.
Yeah,
And
no-
that they could just be the best that they
but
want to
the
be
thing is, you know, those
and
really-
regulated. You know.
those drugs really fuck you up.
They do fuck you up. But if you're willing to, you know, so does a lot of shit. I mean, fucking drinking every fucking day fucks you up. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like, and that's fucking legal.
That was Babe Ruth steroids.
Yeah, exactly, right? I mean,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that shit was fucking legal. You know what I mean?
Man, Babe Ruth is really like one of the greatest players of all time, just because of how hammered he would get all day and then just hit home runs.
Yeah.
And then pitch no hitters and shit. Like, he used to have a deal with the people across the street from Yankee Stadium where if he wasn't going to be up for a while in the lineup, he would walk out of the stadium, go to the bar across the street, chug 2 beers, and then walk back into the stadium and go bat.
Yes.
Like, that was what he used to do. He was fucking crazy. I loved him.
Yes.
Yes. What else we got going on? We got a couple more.
Yeah, we definitely do. I mean, we'll go a little bit over because we started a little late.
Okay, you're
I've
right.
got a pretty serious one I'd like some advice on because Ed can find the good in anything. Give it to us, Tony the Hedge.
Yeah.
Also, Just Ask Jana says, "Good morning, bearded strangers. What are you guys all about? This is a podcast called The Brighter Side. It's sometimes it's done live with Ed Larson and myself. Check out The Brighter Side on everywhere
Last Podcast
podcasts are
Network.
made. Yeah, on the Last Podcast Network. and we're essentially just people give us their gripes, and we try to find the brighter side of them. And there you go. That's the format of the live version of the show.
It's a cynic's look at optimism. We will find the good in everything that is shit.
And here's some shit for you from Ear of Twitch. Brighter side of getting a phone call from my hospital saying they had a perfect match kidney and to basically get ready for the transplant thing. Call back 2 hours later and said, never mind. I don't know why they're fucking with you like that, because it seems like this has happened more than once.
I mean, the brighter side of that immediately for me is at least you don't have a piece of shit kidney in your body.
That's true.
That you go through that crazy surgery and they just throw a broken kidney in you.
It's the same thing as when a flight gets delayed for many hours. And
Yeah.
always just remember that the flight got delayed. If the flight didn't get delayed, you would have probably gotten into a death trap and went it soaring into the sky in a death trap. So, like, it's the same thing, right? In a sense, it's like, yes, that sucks, but it could have been way worse if they hadn't discovered the reason why or whatever it was. Yes, it's happened twice, but that just means
You're on the list.
You're on the list. You're in the path.
You are
and you're
you are
getting the
gonna
call.
get one. That's great. My father is not allowed to get one. He's too old, and they're like, "Sorry, you're not worth giving a kidney to."
Wow.
So you're on the fucking list.
Yeah, that's
you know?
huge.
And so like it's gonna happen. You're just gonna have to wait and stay tough, and it'll happen. But this is gonna be it's a fucker. I mean, they're moving around organs across the country. You know, like it's not gonna work out every time. And so I really hope you just know that if you keep your head in there, it's gonna happen. It's just gonna be a complete fucker until it does, and there's no question about that.
A guy I was doing some contract work for walked up to me on the job site and admitted to a ton of corporate espionage shit in front of me and another temp. It was super weird. Dude, I definitely kept all the illegal shit I did at my office job way close to the chest. All
Yeah.
right?
I mean, that's up to you what you want to do with that. Maybe the guy was joking, or maybe if you want to rat him out, you can. But if you don't want to, you know, it's fine. But if you obviously it's bothering you, and so I don't know. I would think about it for a while. Make sure you don't get killed for ratting on anybody.
All right, here's a big one. My ex of 3 years just told me her 2.5-year-old might be mine.
Oh man, this
What's-
happened to a buddy of mine.
Really?
Yeah.
Good.
yeah,
Maybe you can
yeah.
just give some insight.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, he found out he got a 10-year-old out of nowhere.
Whoa. Okay. Well, the brighter side of that is you skipped a lot of the difficult
bullshit.
years.
Yeah.
You kind of get him at a good ripe age.
Yeah.
To just have fun with him. He can play catch and stuff. He's like to have a conversation with you.
Yeah, some chick he hooked up with moved to Chicago, and then he got a message from her out of nowhere. He's like, "Listen, this 10-year-old is yours. I don't know if I gotta finally tell you," and like she just kept it a secret the whole time. I mean, I know the guy. He probably wouldn't have been a great father at the time, but now he's doing great.
Now he's ripe and ready.
Yeah, now
maybe it was for the best.
And he's making good money, and he's taking care of the kid. He's sending money. He's in the kid's life, and so I mean, that's pretty crazy though. If all of a sudden someone just throws a kid in your lap, I mean, I wouldn't even know what to fucking do. Luckily, I know that won't happen to me, and so but man, that's heavy shit. I hope the kid's cool, and I hope it actually is yours. Otherwise, it's kind of a fucked up thing for someone to say to you.
I will say that steroids being illegal gave us the Melky Cabrera story where he made a fake-ass supplement website and got caught trying to say that's where he bought it from. So, I mean, there is that. It's a lot of fun. Oh, my God. Watch this documentary. I'm ashamed that I don't... Here, let me just look it up really quick. It'll pop up immediately. Screwball.
Okay,
Watch
yeah.
Screwball
I will
on
check
Netflix.
that out. I heard good things about Screwball.
Also, Ed, have you watched Last Chance U yet?
Yes,
It's
I did.
so fucking... I'm
Yes.
just getting into it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
so
yeah.
fucking
I saw
good.
part of it. I didn't finish it or anything.
Makes me cry.
One of those guys ended up being a football player, and then he just wouldn't practice because he was too lazy, and they kicked him off the team.
I got so connected to one of the kids, and
Yeah.
I'm not a spoiler. I won't tell you which one it was. This is in season 3, and at the very end, it was like where are they now situation or what happened after that season.
Yeah.
And it said for him it was that he got caught in a robbery and never came back. And I literally just started crying. Like I just like
Damn.
I felt so connected to him, and I was rooting for him so much. And to see that. It was like the end of American Graffiti, where it's like, he died in Nam. You're like, fuck, what?
Yeah.
What do you mean he fucking died in Nam? Yeah, I was like heartbroken for a little bit. Little Lexi was like, "What's wrong?" I was just like, I can't talk about it."
There was this great baseball movie called Sugar. It was all about a Dominican guy who he was great at baseball, and he went through the process of trying to become a professional player, and it didn't work out, and it was so sad, and he was so great. And I remember I'm watching that movie by myself, and I'm like brought to tears pretty much. And then I was back when I was still a chef. And then this Dominican girl that I had fired like a week ago called me begging her for a job. And I was like, okay, I'll give you another chance. Like, you caught me at the exact right moment. And then she fucked me over 3 weeks later.
Of course.
But,
yeah.
what are you going to do?
What are you going to do? At least you open your heart to that fucking woman. Mm-hmm. What's the brighter side of having to take prednisone for a year and a half and it making me put on weight like a beef cattle?
Prednisone, does that help me with my ignorance?
Yeah, help us with our ignorance,
help
chat.
make you fertile?
Is that what it is?
Sorry, I don't know. That's me guessing by the name and me thinking.
We're going through it right now, dude. I fucking shot into a cup, and my boys can swim. So
Oh,
don't
really?
worry about the weed thing, dude, because
Oh.
I think we're going to be just fine. I think that was a weird rumor that was started to scare
Wow.
people. My boys are slammed. They were like jumping out the cup and shit. You know what I mean?
It's an anti-inflammatory steroid.
Yes, I think Lexi may have to take that from time to time.
Yeah,
and
man.
she hates it. It makes her like shake, and it makes her very uncomfortable.
I hope. I hope it works for you.
I wish Lexi were here because she would probably start screaming into the microphone about this stuff.
Yeah.
Because I think I don't know if it's the same shit, but she knows a lot of that stuff.
Are you still inflamed? I know that you're big. Hey, Julie.
Hey, Julie.
Oh, I love you.
Ed's future wife is in chat. Unless it's an imposter because she got knocked out with a candlestick and it's some evil dude like typing for her.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Julie, we got some chick who's on an inflammation steroid that's making her put on weight.
Inflammation.
Yeah. Could you you got any advice for her?
She sounded like a caveman with the inflammation.
Oh man, here we go. How old's your pop? Yeah, he's around 71, 72. It sucks. What are you gonna do? They're asking if they take him off the list no matter what. Of course they do. I mean, give it to someone younger like Eeyore. What else we got going on in here?
Why did women not tell the father? Why do women not tell the father? I feel like honestly.
A lot of times, a dad is irresponsible.
Yeah, they're like, I don't want to even. I can't believe I even fucked this dude. Much less
have to
would
deal with
have
him for the rest of my life.
Yeah, need to be chained in with him on like raising a kid.
I could totally see just straight up not telling the father.
I would have been
as much
awful
as like
in my early
my
20s.
God.
I would have been fucking horrible.
Any of us would have been. I mean, it would have been a nightmare.
Like, I feel like especially people in the entertainment business, we are baseline, like, kind of have narcissistic tendencies that we have to sort of grow out of. Because when you first start out, especially, like, all you have is you, essentially, in a lot of ways. You've got the support from your friends, but you're like, all you're trying to do is get this impossible dream career thing off the ground, which is almost impossible with the child, like, involved in this situation. So you either have to ignore the kid or, like, make some sacrifices. And at 20 years old, it's hard to be adult enough to make those sacrifices.
Yeah.
So I kind of get it. And I've heard of things happening, friends of friends and stuff like that. You hear these stories where they got pregnant and the guy just sucks. The guy just sucks about it, and it makes your life harder. He only gets in the way of things. Like, he doesn't make it easier. You know what I mean?
Not saying that is you, Tony the Hedge.
Not saying it's you, Tony the Hedge. She fucking hated me, bro. I was 21. She was 18. We dated for 3 years. Yeah, dude. You know the kind of relationships I had when I was fucking 18, 19?
Oh, my God.
We were idiots. We were shitheads. I bet she fucking hated you, and I bet you're a much better dude now.
Let's put on tools so we could get hot.
Yeah, right? Yeah, exactly. We were fucking a tool. And stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's just disgusting.
Oh, man. There's a couple other ones. Let's go to this one. Go up. Where did it go? That one.
Which one? Yes. And okay.
Yeah.
My sister works at Disney and was controlling a coaster when the earthquake happened. What's the brighter side of being on that roller coaster? Oh my God, the ride of your life! You get the most exhilarating thrill ride anyone's ever been. You were one of a few people who've ever gotten to experience that.
Yeah, they probably got to go again. Last time I was at Disney,
and you get to go again
with Jackie, Henry, and Julie. They all got to ride the ride more than once because the Cars ride, which is very cool. But we also saw on the Incredicoaster, this like straight up at the top of the roller coaster, they had to unload it and everyone had to walk down on the tracks. That seems like fun to me.
I had to do that, and I told that story. So, Where's the Bruiser? We just did a bonus episode on amusement parks.
Yeah?
And we talked about that. And one time...
I got to listen to that.
Yeah, check it out. We were going... Well, it was more like personal amusement park things. We will start doing the history of Disney and stuff like that. We did do the history of the Haunted Mansion on one of our episodes.
50 years, baby.
Yeah, we did the whole... We did the Haunted Mansion's a fascinating thing.
Dude, I could talk about it all day long.
But we were just talking about personal experiences, and yeah, we were going click, like up the big hill on this ride called the Carolina Cyclone in Paramount's Carowinds. And there was one guy, his harness was he's just, oh, fuck. And everyone's like, dude, stop the ride. He's just like, and this thing does loop-de-loops,
oh my
spinny
God.
spins. This is one of those crazy roller coasters. Like,
you were on this thing?
Yeah. And this one guy's just, stop the ride, like pulling up the harness over and over again, that was supposed to be locked. And then they finally stopped it. We were like really high up on the thing, and one at a time had to like walk down the steps. I was like,
that's terrifying.
I was like in middle or high school, so I was having the time of my life. But looking back on it, it's horrifying, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Walking down the stairs. But for me, I was like, this is amazing. We gotta like go down the stairs. It'll be like crazy. And then we got like free ride. Like, we got a bunch of like a free admission. A bunch
of we almost killed you.
Food coupons.
Cotton candy.
Very little for what that was. Very little for what that was. And we were like ecstatic. We were just so hyped. So hyped. So
shit.
yeah, I mean, you got a unique experience. As long as you didn't die, it makes you stronger. It's fascinating. You'll probably never ride a fucking roller coaster again, but what are you gonna do?
Oh man, I mean, you got to keep riding them. You can't let them
keep
win.
riding them.
What are the chances of that happen? Had to walk off Space Mountain to California.
Sorry, looking behind the curtain because they turn all those lights on, man. You just see it all.
Especially Space Mountain. That shit's fucking cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Man.
That's neat too, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What else we got going on?
Marijuana can cause problems with ovulation or make existing fertility issues worse. But if you get tested and you're good, then you're good. Hell yeah, dude. Boys are slamming, dude.
Every drug affects every person differently.
Yeah,
Never
they were
forget
like they started like a Metallica cover band. I don't even know how they got the instruments tiny enough to do it. They were rocking in my fucking cup. Yeah.
That's cool.
They were cupping out. Dude.
That's what we need. More Metallica cover bands.
More Metallica cover bands. I was like, yikes.
Yeah.
They're like, there's pyrotechnics. I'm like, how? In my butt? In my nuts?
I think that's herpes.
Did the ex just break up with the previously thought father? Oh, that's from before. I don't know if we'll get an answer to that.
Yeah. Let's keep moving.
Let's keep it going. Tools on Spotify now. Ways to fuck to Tool now. That's true. Very true. These are a real boner killer. Those YouTube ads, he absolutely cheated on me. In the other room, oh God, this is the chick that has a maybe 2.5-year-old baby.
Oh, was this?
Cheated on me in the other room. I left her, and she just decided not to tell me, even though I said I was more than ready for a child. You gotta get a paternity test.
You definitely got to find out the kid's
Please
yours.
do that.
Yeah,
please make sure that kid is yours.
Sounds like the whole situation's unreliable, and you need to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
A little bit of conversation going on. Oh, we're already like over and stuff. Let's just see if there's any kid lost her
One
feet.
last one.
Kid lost her feet 2 days after I went on the same drop ride at Six Flags, Kentucky. Yeah,
Whoa,
dude.
lost
Wow.
her feet. That's wild. That's a good story. It's
How'd you lose your feet? Well, sit down, child. I'll tell you a tale.
Sit down, just like me. Man, I remember I went canoeing in the Pine Barrens, and they burned down the next day. So, that kind of stuff happens.
Ear of Twitch, I have an aversion to coasters. I was on a roller coaster in Mexico, and it came unlatched after takeoff. I flipped my shit, and this nice guy who spoke no English tried holding it down for the whole ride. It went upside down. I legit thought I was going to be dead AF. Absolutely. Woo! That is fucking crazy. Talk about drop foot, says your future wife. Ria, by the way, what's up, Ria? I see you. All right, I think that's about it for today.
Let's call it, man.
Let's call it. All right. I can't do Holden Talks for 2 minutes right now.
You can't? How about
do it. All right, how about Holden Talks for 1 minute? I never knew that you could be the one for me, and you are not. Go away. Not today. Cannot see you any say. You cannot do anything to get me back into your life. I don't care if you think you could be the perfect fucking wife. Is the baby 2.5 years old? Well, that's bold. Teach it to walk. Teach it to talk. Teach it to write on the ground with chalk. Fuck you, suck you, suck you, fuck you. I don't need you in my life. You can tell me anything you want, but that baby's gonna be a professional fuckface when he grows up, because he's got my seed in him. That's my dream for him. I don't want to cream with him. Chat, thank you so much for joining us.
You can just talk. It doesn't have to
Yeah.
be like that.
Right.
You can just
I can just say stuff.
That's not talking.
I'm just saying, I'm trying to give Tony a little bit of advice. If you do that at her, she'll probably just disappear out and not ever fuck with you again. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. Ed, you got anything to say
It's
before we
been the
close
brighter
out?
side. I love you guys so much. Thank you for listening. We'll be back next week with Amber Nelson. Thank you, Holden, for coming to hang out. Fucking listen to Wizard and the Bruiser.
And page 7.
And page 7, that's right.
Yeah.
And check out some old Roundtable while you're
Yeah,
at it, man.
please.
It's the fucking best.
Been getting so much roundtable love on that. Pretty much the Wizard and the Bruiser Facebook page is still legit, I feel like,
Yeah.
but it's starting to turn. Roundtable has maintained being a cool place to hang out at on Facebook. Everybody gets it. No one's offended. Everyone's cool.
I fucking police that shit, too.
Ugh, thank God.
Yeah, and then I will tell you guys, man, come see the show I do with Henry every second Wednesday of the month if you're in Los Angeles. It's a free show. Get there early. It fills up. We love you guys, man.
Hell yeah.
It's called Classy Night Out. It's at the Pack Theater, 9:30 p.m. the second Wednesday of every month. And I've been obsessed with this song. This one's going to take us out today. Go listen to it if you're watching live. It's so fucking good. It's by this band called Twin Peaks, which is a weird name for a band.
Yeah, I like Twin Peaks.
They're very good, but this song is the last song on their newer album. It's called We Will Not Make It. So really enjoy that song. It fucking takes me to the fucking moon. I love you guys. I love you, Julie. I can't wait to see you later. It's been too fucking
Too long, dude. Get back to LA,
I
bro.
need to go. I need to get
And I'll be out there hopefully soon enough.
Fuck yeah.
All
All
right.
right, guys. Be
Take
good
care,
to
everybody.
yourselves.
See ya.